evening, guys. How are you all doing? This is the grand finals of the Tide's Wrath Dota 2 competition, an Australian affair. From down under, we do bring you some great Dota 2 gods, another commentator from Australia, although now living in LA. This is Game 5 though. This is your game decider for the grand finals. $300 at stake here in the grand finals. And we're going to see who comes out on top. D4D have had a pretty much cruise through today's games until that last game where Rillamin finally managed to slow down some of their momentum. They took game number 4, forced us into a game 5. They started off with a 1-game advantage. And, well, we'll see what can happen here. What's going to happen in game 5? It's anyone's game, really. And it comes down so much of the draft, so much of the bands of picks, and something which worked for Rillamin in game number 4. They haven't done here. They didn't ban the Shadow Demon. They left it in the pool. D4D quite happy to pick that one up with the Luna. So this is the duo we saw against Joy. They went for the Shadow Demon Luna. They like the Shadow Demon Lifestealer. They've done Shadow Demon Lifestealer a couple of times, but Shadow Demon Luna was what they did back in their first game of the day up against Joy. They pick up the Leshrac as well, so right off the bat they're looking to have the strong trial lane. They get all components of the trial lane. And then they look for the solo heroes. Then they look for those heroes who can take on those 1v1 matchups. And that's what, well, Rillamin are going to be looking to ban out here. We start with the Klinkspan, something which can beat a mag in the 1v1 matchup. Probably want to see it, Lone Druid ban. It's already been banned off in the first stage by D4D themselves. Looking at what Rillamin have done, they've gone for the Queen of Pain once again as their mid hero. They worked out really well for them last game, so they're happy to give it another shot. They took the Lifestealer, and I think that's more than anything to prevent D4D picking it. They knew D4D would have loved to have have gone for that Lifesteal as their trial lane, but with that Lifesteal Magnus pick, they denied it from them, and they forced out a Shadow Demon first pick, which is really the shocking thing here. But it's one of those things where I think the plan here for Rillamin was leave Shadow Demon in the pool and force D4D to first pick it if they want it, because if they don't first pick it, Rillamin would have definitely taken it, and then, well, then it's a completely different draft, and who knows what happened from there. But we're seeing supports banned out, which is what you'd expect when Rillamin have picked up their 3 key heroes. They've got the Mag as the offlaner, or the side laner, I should say, not necessarily going into offlane. Lifestealer as your main farmer, and then Queen of Pain as your mid hero. So supports is all you need to ban if you're D4D, and for Rillamin, well, they're looking to ban out the solos, the side lanes as well as the mid heroes. We may see bans on heroes like the Gyrocopter. It depends where they want to go with this, and I think that this is going to be a confetti Leshrac. I mean, we've mentioned these players have switched things around a lot depending on what they pick. Maybe we see Endless Winter play it depending on what solos they get, but this is quite likely a Gyrocopter. The Puck being banned out, and you can't see that for Elder's Dad, so maybe a Gyrocopter mid for Elder's Dad. Windrunner for the time being. Ooh. That could be a confetti hero. Could be. I'll have to wait and see. As my do apologise, my laptop found getting extra loud all of a sudden. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks, John Dudley. Big shout out to John Dudley, who's the organizer of this tournament, who just said I'm doing an epic job, which I don't know. I don't know about you guys in chat, but I think I'm doing alright as far as casting goes. I'm having more fun than anything. Blitz, YOLO swag, thanks man. I'm having fun. I don't like solo casting much, but it's been okay. Tinker last pick. Okay, so D4D are going Tinker style. This is different to what we've seen them draft the last couple of games. They didn't go for, I mean, the last few games they've had like 2 or 3 carries. They've gone for like a Lone Druid plus Lifestealer combo, or they've had Klinks with a Lifestealer. They've had Luna with Lone Druid. They've always had 2 or 3 carries. This is more the ones, well, Luna as their main carry, and they've got Tinker as well as a Windrunner. We'll have to see where they want to go, how they want to play this, because this is a completely different style that they're going to be looking to play, and it's the dire side. It's Rillamin who's gone for that sort of more carry-based lineup. The Queen of Pain is their solo mid, the Lifestealer, and they've got the team fight coming from the Mag, so they need another support to round things off to go with the Jakira, and I think they're debating whether or not they get the jungle, whether or not they get a Chen here. Because they do play the Chen quite a bit, but whether or not this is the game where it will work out for them or not, we'll have to wait and see. And that's really sometimes where you get forced, when all the main supports are banned out, they want to go for a line. That's, you know, you're desperate when you have to pick a line as a support. That's where it's like Leshrac ban, Lena ban, Rubik ban. Well, I guess we have to pick this Lion. Not a bad support by any means, but just a very level dependent support. Something which, like a trial versus trial scenario, is not good at all. You want him sort of in that 4 position. You want him using some pools, getting some levels. He needs a little bit of farm at least to get some. He needs to get boots faster than most support heroes do. You need to get a 4 staff in the mid game. You need these sort of mobility items from him as well. So he's not the ideal support hero, but we'll see how he works out for this team. They're going offensive trialing with him. Wow, this is ballsy. This offensive trial, because they've got this life stealer who is great in offensive trials, but the problem is Shadow Demon. Oh man, they're getting what it is. I think they're expecting an offensive trial. They're expecting Shadow. D4D have been running offensive trial lanes all day long with Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon, Leshrac, Luna. They're like, okay, those guys are going offensive trial lane. Okay, they're not gonna fall for it. So I think for a second, Rilla men were thinking, okay, let's send our trial lane bottom to avoid their trial lane, but they were going to walk right into this trial lane here, and it is going to be a trial lane bottom with the Shadow Demon, Leshrac, Luna. A safe lane trial lane at that, but I'm okay with that just because it guarantees Luna farm early on. They can push down some early towers and they can zone mag completely out of this lane if they really want. Mid lane you've got Confetti playing the Tinker up against the Queen of Pain. So Confetti Tinker, an endless winner on winner, and it's actually an Eldest Dad. Leshrac, okay. No phase on the Shadow Demon, and Z-Link playing the Luna. Normal stuff there. T-Duck playing the off lane, mag as normal. Vaj on the mid Queen of Pain. Lippy on Jakiro. Vandal or Vodka on the Lion, and then finally on the farming, Lifestealer is Cux. So, I mean, consistent roles. Game after game coming out of Real and Min, but it's D4D who've been mixing things up a bit with the supports, with the Soul and Mid, with these off-lane heroes. They've really mixed things up quite a bit.
You're simply not worthy.
Certainly not.
And right off the bat, we're going to see lasers coming. I have to see what build Confetti looks to go for. Are they going to go for the max laser rockets DPS? I actually think this is a decent game to go there. I don't think you have to go for the March build this game. I think going for pure nuking damage, it's a good way of dealing with a Queen of Pain in the mid lane. And on top of that, it's not going to be a game where he hasn't got any teammates to stack the Ancients for him. We're not going to see, maybe we can see some of these supports stacking in the neutrals, but all in all, I think this is an alright game to go for a more killing-based type of build with the laser rockets and then get the march later on. As I do pop up in the score. Hey guys, guess what? My minimap is no longer black. I changed it just because everyone wanted me to. As soon as this game's over, I'm changing it back though. So I refuse to change my habits. I'm also convinced it's a more efficient way of playing, but that's just me. Z-Link at bottom, he's, well, last hitting, that's his job. Same for the Lifesteal top. This is the first time we haven't actually seen trialing versus trialing. We're seeing both teams go with a suicide lane, and, well, I say both teams go the suicide lane. Mag's actually doing a bit of jungling here. It looks like, yeah, he cleared the small camp. Gets himself a bit of gold, a bit of XP. Gonna maybe check some runes now as well. Drops a Sentry Ward even. Oh, I'm wondering. Interesting placement. I think he's expecting maybe an Observer Ward here on the high ground. He's actually further down here, and he's going to go look to kill off this small camp once again. He shouldn't have any problems with doing that. He'll use the Shockwave and then just do damage, deal the rest. Oh, Endless Winter. Ice Path misses. Oh, they're going to commit to this kill anyways? No, they don't. And that Ice Path is just a guaranteed kill. Lippy with a slight misplay and misclick there. Ooh, that was very, very close. Should have been a kill. I mean, I talk down online, and that's really 1.02 stun duration. What is this stun duration? I don't know if like Valve are trolling by adding like a 0.02 stun on top. It's a 1 second stun. Let's just call it that. Although technically it's 1.02 second stuns. But it's such a short stun. It makes it's not a guaranteed ice path, as we just saw. I think Lippy was expecting that stun to last for longer. And if he gets that ice path, I mean, they get that kill for sure. They almost could have gone for the kill regardless. I mean, they really thought about it. Half of them seemed to commit, whereas the other half, well, Lifestealers sort of backed off after realizing that the ice path didn't hit. But we've almost gone for that one. Wow, Confetti having a tough time mid last hitting. Vaj 17 and 9, Confetti just 7 and 2. As the two carries, I mean, pretty much trading blow for blow here. Not directly, but indirectly as far as farming goes. 16 on Luna, 18 on Lifesteal and Queen Up. 17 Grapes is up there. And this Tinker, wow, huge drop when you look at the Tinker. And that's something which, I mean, he did go for the 1 rune, picked up the haste rune, but he's a full half a level behind, as well as a decent chunk of CS. Moving portraits. I could have sworn I actually toggled my moving portraits earlier today. I could have sworn I put my moving portraits on. I remember actually turning them on subconsciously, thinking, I'll put moving portraits on just for you guys. I'm surprised I actually got that disruption off. I thought Queen of Pain would have seen them. The stun not going to come in time. Blink out is there. Confetti not going to commit for this kill, and he's got 2 in the missile, 1 in the march. Not enough damage there. You have to time that stun perfectly. You can kill the Queen of Pain if the stun hits as Queen of Pain comes out as disruption. You can get that kill. It takes perfect timing from Lestrat. It's not an easy thing to do, but it is possible because the blink does have some cast animation. So it was worthwhile going for that kill, but it really takes some perfect execution, and it all rests on the Lestrat. Well, and as well as Shadow Demon to actually get the disruption off to begin with. I didn't think they were going to get that off, but they did manage to do so. Is there any article about this event? Unfortunately, there's no article about this event. This is Australian Dota 2. No one really covers Australian Dota 2. Even though there is a prize pool. $300 prize pool for the top 2 teams. 200 for first, 100 for second, and this is your grand finals game 5. Between D4D as well as Rillamin, or formerly known as Fumofu Throws Fan Club. This is Fumofu's team from the G1 League. You'll recognize some of these names. T-Duck, Vodki, and Kux, or Vandal, who's also known as Vodki. I think Lippy played some of those games with them as well. K Phoenix, who's not here, played some of those games with them as well. And then El Tigra is standing in for Fumofu. Fumofu's actually in the Philippines. So it's Fumofu Throws Fan Clubs minus the Fumofu. So basically, it's the same team minus the throws, which is probably a good thing. We're not going to see any throws coming out. And that worked out well for them last game when they had the Faces Void Cuts. As soon as they got ahead, they just snowballed to victory. Problem was, the 2 games before, when they just never really got into the game. They got outdrafted, outplayed, and there was never any opportunity to throw the game because they were never ahead. They were behind from the get-go. This game, though, if they'd gotten that kill at top lane, they'd be ahead. They're ahead slightly regardless because of this mid lane. The Queen of Pain having a good time at mid. There's a bit of lag, it looks like, for Confetti the Tinker. And looks like he's ready to go though.
Dire's bottom
Cuts with a Midas build, going pure hard carry. We're not seeing that. We've seen the phase drums build continuously from Z-Link, the carry play for D4D, but he's switching things up, going pure hard carry, get their faster leveling and get the basically late game farm, expecting this to go for a late game brawl. And I mean, it's hard to push and end fast when you're up against a Tinker. It's also, I mean, attack speed is great regardless when you're on a DPS hero like Lifestealer. Oh, battle in the river here. Queen of Pain actually gets the rune. It looks like he beat Tinker there. It looks like he had to blink to make sure he did so, and this is a kill with the Scream. There's a tick over with the poison. Should be enough damage here. Maybe going to see it to... Oh, Eldest Dad comes in just in time. Is he even going to get this kill? If he hits this stun, this is a dead Queen. But no, he didn't commit to it. He was in range. He could have got that stun, but he gave Queen of Pain time to sort of maneuver out of there. I'm surprised he didn't just go for it early. Eldest Dad, second time this game. First time when they looked to gank mid with the disruption, he didn't get the stun, and this time, every time he's just reluctant. He doesn't sort of have faith in himself on this Leshrac to hit these stuns. Not with the disruption, and there. Once again, he was in range, could have hit a stun, but he waited, and Queen of Pain got far enough away that he wasn't going to land. So far, D4D haven't found their way in, but Rillamin will. Caps at top lane. He gets a kill, and this has been a long time coming on this win run. I thought they had it earlier, but this time they will get it. As a Lifestealer man, use that Midas as fast as possible. Every second not used is a second wasted. But he had that Midas off soon. There we go. Only wasted about 5 seconds of that cooldown. Immediately looking to get aggressive once again on Endless Winter. He's got boots up, but that's not going to help you necessarily if they can get you with the Chain Disable. Open Wounds, Ice Path, Stun as well as a Hex. I mean, there's more than enough there. And this is something that D4D haven't done a lot of, is take on this tier 1 bottom tower, considering this strong trial enough against an offlane Mag. Mag who spent a lot of the early game in the jungle, getting those levels, which is ultimately going to work out better for him. Because he wants to, I mean, now that he's level 4, he can defend this slightly better than he otherwise would have been able to do so. Luna also went from Midas. The hero I should have been checking, haven't checked all too much of. Midas level 8, 51 creeps. Ahead of Lifestealer actually. Lifestealer has phase boost. I say ahead, but Lifestealer with that kill is going to have slightly more gold. Overall net worth, yeah, Lifestealer up by a couple hundred gold. Tinker starting to do level 2 only on the map, so not going to be the easiest thing taking out these ancients. Pops a regen rune. Queen of Pain point booster. Oh, different build coming out from Vaj on this Queen of Pain, or El Tigre. Going for an early point booster. Going to see an Aghanim Scepter type build. I mean, I think the main thing is here, he sees 5 squishy heroes. There's no strength heroes. There's nothing that can really tank up all that much. Tinker quite killable. Windrunner, Luna. I mean, Luna's probably the tankiest of them all when you look at the BKB Manta, but squishies all around. So as far as an Ag Scepter goes, having the ultimate up more often is definitely a nice way to play this. Not to mention the extra damage you're getting from Scepter. And if they're playing for a late game, which with the minus life, so you sort of have to think they're playing for a slightly later game. Having a Queen of Pain, you can go sort of play a more solo type, solo farm and kill based game. You can get solo kills easier with an Ag Scepter. Use it just to push out lanes on your own. I mean, it's a nice way of playing this. Holding T1 tower, looks like it's finally going to drop here. Not much T-Dap can do, it's just a matter of time, but keeping this alive for 9.5 minutes is a great effort by him. They haven't taken this tier 1 top, but that's less of an importance. I'd say it's lower importance. They're actually having more fun just killing this Windrunner than anything. Phase. No, not going to get there. Jakiro almost had to just take a gamble and go in with an Ice Path from the side there, but it looks like Windrunner is just playing too defensive, too passive, and well, they trade tier 1s. Lifestealer gets this top tier 1. Luna, I think, got the bottom. Yeah, Luna got the last on the bottom, so once again, the 2 carries just complete and utter free farm. The one difference is this mid lane. Confetti with 26 scripts, Queen of Pain with 57 now. Huge difference in the 2 solo mids. Bounty at level 9 as well, this Queen of Pain. Tinker, level 7.5. This is, I mean, problematic for Tinker as well as the D4D team. If this Queen of Pain can control the flow of this game now. 10 minutes in. Oh, Lion, they found Windrunner. This time they do manage to get it. Finger of Death being used to make sure. Should have seen that one coming, gods.
I am compelled to thank you.
Well, line the supports, making sure they get some levels and don't fall too far behind. It's something which happened a bit in the last game with the supports for D4D. Sven got so under level. It was just fodder. It was like level 4 when there was heroes that were like level 12 and 13 on the map. And D4D are making sure they get the levels they need on these support heroes at bottom lane. Z-Link, Midas bracelet. I mean, if you're getting this bracelet, it looks like a Drum of Endurance build, which is, considering a free farm carry Luna, I mean, he's the only carry. I'm surprised he's actually even going for the drum this game, but it looks like he will. Otherwise, sitting there with a bracer. And Queen of Pain's come in. He's going to check the HP and see if he can get the kill. RP even being used. Ultimate. Ooh, it's going to keep Luna alive just that little bit longer. Problem is, poison's already there. There's enough damage there. Actually, gets the Eclipse. Oh, is there enough damage? Go for the deny. Oh no, don't even need the deny. There's a magic wand. Luna survived that. Hero Disruption coming out from no phase, no kill. 8 HP. He survives. And he's got Tranquil Boots. He's like, I'll just Tranquil up maybe. I'll stay in this lane. Or is he going to TP home? No, he's going to walk home. Not even using the Tranquils. Wow. I thought that was dead for sure. I mean, even with the disruption coming in there, I'm like, okay, he'll come out and die, but they couldn't get the right one fast enough, and the Luna ultimate got 2 kills. Huge turnaround. D4D. I mean, they were behind. They were behind by 4k gold as well as a decent XP margin, but that's a huge turnaround in them. All that gold going to the Luna, for one thing. Well, I mean, a lot of it. One of the kills goes to the Luna. And a big turnaround. A kill on the Queen of Pain, as well as the Mag. 2 of the solo heroes. of this dire side. So big win. And I don't even want to say it's a misplay. I mean, I think that was just, I mean, slight miscalculation coming from Milliman, but I thought that was going to work. If I'm them, I'm thinking, yeah, this is a good decision to go for this kill. They don't see Shadow Demon coming in, but even though Shadow Demon comes in, it still looks like they have that. Well, bottom line, Zimlik now, he has gone for the Drum of Endurance, 1k gold, so we'll see either BKB or Manta start being built now. Ultimately, he'll want to have both, but it's just a matter of which he wants to go for first. Confetti at mid. He's finished off the Boots of Travel now. 13 minutes in, not ideal for him, but he bought some time to catch up. I mean, that failed gank at bottom not only does it help out Luna, slow down Queen of Pain, but it helps Tinker at mid. He got space to just farm uncontested. Also, I mean, just catch up. Anything that slows down Queen of Pain is him catching up, giving him slight more ease to control this mid game. They're looking for Luna at bottom lane. They see a lot of TPs coming in. Winrun as well as the track. Winrun low in mana does, well, let's say have a shackle, but it's a level 1 shackle. More likely than not, we just want to see a power shot coming out. If anything, Winrun should be spending more time top, because this is not, well, I say that, but laning against this lifesteal not easy, but Winrun needs more levels. Level 5 on this Winrun is not going to cut it. You need more in the shackle shot, you need more in that, you want the maxed out power shot. Lion saying, hey man, how did you see me? The ward's actually over here. It's all Lion on the high ground. They put the sentry down, expecting there to be a ward on the high ground, because that Tinker rocket hit from a long way away. And D4D, this is what they're doing a great job of. Stacking these neutrals and killing it. Once again though, for the max Soul Catcher, this is the game where I feel, I mean, the past game, Soul Catcher great. This game, I feel you need to be maxing the Shadow Poison. For one thing, you can kill these neutral stacks a lot easier. And this is just, I mean, based on the way the flow of this game has gone, using the Shadow Poison seems to be much more useful. There's not been many opportunities for this Soul Catcher to come into play. Where's his life still going? He's in a creep. Oh, he's waiting for someone. Is Tinker gonna come back? Who's gonna TP top? No one. No, if he had a bit more patience, I think one of these heroes would TP top. Maybe just a Windrunner though. And a Windrunner he couldn't have killed. He could have killed Tinker. He was really hoping for Tinker to stay top. Bottom lane, smoke up. Vandal, Vodka on his own. He has got the finger. He's just looking for a solo kill. Luna has too much HP, I want to say. Sentry Ward. Oh, this is going to spot this coming in. Maven looked to pop the ultimate. Oh man, El Tigre taking too much damage. He gets burst down. That's where the Soul Catcher comes into play. That's where having that can help do that Eclipse doing more damage. Luna does go down regardless, but it's a decent trade when you get the Queen of Pain. Shackle Shot coming in, hits 2 in fact. Mag not going to find the RP he's after. Tinker with the rockets doing a bit of damage here. Probably enough to take out Vodka here, who's on the run. A couple more right clicks, he's going to drop a Hex and it's going to be Winner. He picks up the kill, gets himself up to level 7 now. Skewered to the low ground. Careful, T-Duck, man. Takes a power shot to the face as Cuck's nowhere to be seen, but he's at top lane. Not in the fight, dealing with tier 2 towers. Everything's a trade here for Rillamin. Well, I mean, that's not a trade they would have liked as far as that clash went. They want to avoid those kind of fights, but if they do get a bad initiation, well, they've got to trade off in that Clink, sorry, not Clink, what am I talking about? That Lifesteal is just off farming on his own.
Radiant's top tower is
And, this game much more in the balance now, it feels. I mean, D4D are finding their footing after a shaky start. They'd love to kill off this Lifesteal, I just don't think they can. Purge being used? Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. 4 heroes all go top and, well, Lifesteal kind of... I don't know. I can just imagine Cut sort of... He didn't even TP home. He just TP'd to the tier 1, which is, well, a much smarter decision. Because he had full HP, full mana. You don't want to go home. He just wants to keep on farming, which... Well, get himself to his own neutrals and... Now he's in a position to defend this top tier 1 tower. Then maybe even... This is one of those things where you can catch him by surprise. Maybe they expect Lifesteal to TP home. No, he's going to show himself. Takes a Lucent Beam, in fact. Oh, he's actually just going to go straight into Luna. Is there any TPs coming in? It is not immediately, though. Problem is with Luna, we talked about it in one of these recent games. Ton of armor. Ton of armor. Oh, Shackle Shot hits perfectly onto two heroes. Queen of Pain blinks into that. Cuts almost goes down. He invests just in time into this creeps here. He's going to come out and needs to do some armor toggling. Not going to happen. D4D come out on top with a Lifestealer kill. Queen of Pain blinks out in time, but what a Shackle Shot. And, I mean, there was a lot of luck involved, but hey, he'll take it. He'll take it as well as that shackle onto the mag. Mag goes down, and now it's Light. It could be next in the firing line. Doesn't have a finger of death here, and man, that shackle. Endless Winter's probably saying, man, how about that shackle though? I mean, Queen of Pain blinked into that one. It was a very fortunate timing that the blink happened as the shackle was fired, and there was a target behind the Lifestealer, other than trees. I mean, I think it would have shackled to trees, but Queen of Pain said, okay, I'll just shackle myself to this. And that was a sure kill that they lost because of it. Confetti now, he's at bottom lane, just getting some more farm and levels. He's maxed out in the March. You see him start getting a few more points on that laser, I imagine. There's Luna, BKB it is, and just a couple hundred gold away from it. Now we'll have to see how really want to progress with this game, whether they look to wait for this mag to get a blink dagger up before they try and fight. They can't really be too aggressive when you're up against such a strong mid-game lineup of D4D. In the mid lane we're going to see Lippy, he's going to get caught out here. It looks like Macropart Ice, but everything being dropped on D4D. D4D going to take a lot of damage. Eclipse actually being popped here. El Tigre forced to blink. Well, actually Scurry is way out of there. Tinker almost finishes him off with a couple of right clicks. He blinks out 34 HP. Luna looking to chase him down and TP out just in time. 2 for 2 trade, all said and done, and Lifestealer, he's not done. He's almost actually got a Desolator up as well. He really wants to find some more uppings, find some more kills for this. Cuts with the 2 Mithril Hammers, Phase Boots, Armlet, Midas. And we're just 19 minutes in. His farm and his net worth is far exceeding Luna's now. 9.5k gold to Luna's 6.4k. Confetti at top with 2.3k gold. We'll see him pick up, I imagine, a Blink or a 4-staff. Blink Dagger. This is an annoying sort of annoying item which you can be so good at pushing with, or stopping pushes as well. I mean, you can just blink into trees, spam march. You can even go into positions really far up and aggressive in lane here. Go into the trees, pop the march. Even when there's sort of a 4 or 5 man push coming, you can just do this and they can't really find you. At least not easily. You can just solo push this bottom lane if you want, even when heroes are coming to look for you. As long as you make sure you get that blink off. D4D have a couple heroes at bottom lane actually. We'll have to see whether or not they can make something of it. The problem with this Lifestealer, the only way they kill him is if they get a big shackle off, which we've seen happen. Wouldn't be the first time. Without a shackle, they're not getting this kill though. Looks like time being. I'm just going to back off and continue to farm, and that's for D4D. I mean, with a BKB up on Luna, they're not getting a ton stronger in the near future. They've got mech as well on Luna. This is kind of, in some ways, it's their time to fight, but they can't too much force the issue because they're up against a stronger team fight with a Mag Ultimate, Queen of Pain AoE, Lifestealer with a Desolator in just a second, I want to say. This is Desolator coming out now. A Lifestealer with a Desolator and an Armlet, Midas and Phase Boots. They're up against a slightly stronger team fight, but their team isn't getting a whole lot stronger, and this is really the issue with this draft is they have to look for pickoffs, they have to look for fights where they can have a numbers advantage. They're going to try to find it at bottom. As Kutsy's got his Desolator, he's going to pop the Rage in, maybe just TP out. Yeah. They can't damage him down fast enough, and a smart decision from him. He just goes home. This time, nothing cute, not TPing to his own tower. He's going to TP to Founder. The fast double click on that TP, I imagine, and the only way they can kill him, as I said, is with that Shackle Shot. They haven't got other lockdown just yet. I mean, a Leshrac stun from Fog, maybe, but that's a big ask from Elderstad, who we've seen. I mean, struggle with some of these split earths so far. Until we look at a Sheepstick on Tinker, they haven't got the ability to engage onto that Lifestealer, which is probably where Tinker goes next, is that Sheepstick. Don't see him looking for a 4-staff as well as having the Blink Dagger. That's sort of, I mean, there's never, I mean, if there's such a thing as excessive mobility, I don't know if that's it, but more mobility is always good, but you need that Sheepstick more than you need the extra mobility when you've already got a Blink Dagger. Is more or less the scenario with it. And we'll have to see where the Australian D4D, how they want to keep on playing. For those of you guys just tuning in, I see one or two people saying, hey, who are these teams? Are they Pinoys? No, they're Australians. These guys are Australian teams. This is the Tides Wrath Australian Dota 2 competition. $300 in prize money, actually, being dealt out just to these two teams. This is a grand finals, game 5 in fact, so you've tuned in at the right time. Game 5 decider, and it's a very, very even game. Ooh, another stun missing from the Leshrac. He was really looking for El Tigre. Lion taking a lot of damage in the Martin machine. Mag goes in with an RP, but not going to do enough damage. Luna with the Eclipse. Cuck's going to take the full brunt of it. His rage wasn't up, it looks like. The BKB for the Luna. Zealand going to clean up, get himself an ultra kill with the Jakira as well. Confetti in the front lines, doing some big damage with the March. He got all those assists there, and now the tier 1 tower at mid going to be in all sorts of trouble. Edict is up for the Leshrac in just a second, but he's going to save it for the next tower, I imagine. We at least 2 towers here falling. D4D can't stop this. Sorry, D4D, they're not going to stop. It's real mid can't stop this. With 4 heroes dead. There's your Edict. Glyph is on cooldown. Lion the only one alive. He's got a finger of death, but he's not going near this death ball army that D4D now has. Confetti going top. He's going to help protect this tier 2 tower. There's your Sheepstick on its way. Ultimate Orb is picked up. He's got not much gold on top of that, but bit by bit, D4D are just getting stronger and stronger. And well, they had their bad early game, but boy, things have turned. Both, I mean, the golden XP is almost identical from as far as what we've been seeing. It started off as a 3k deficit for the gold, now up to 2k advantage for D4D. XP, similar story, 4k, and now we're looking at a 5k advantage for D4D. That's only going to keep on increasing if they can keep finding fights like that. And when Luna's item progression, we're looking at a Manta style coming up soon. I mean, it's quite possible that we see that happening. Purge going to lead things off on Cux. That's going to slow him down. Now Luna's just going to try to man fight through this lifesteal, who does infest into a creep, heals himself up. We're going to see Mag take a fall in exchange for the Leshrac. Cux going to try to go back in. Problem is, Rage is on cooldown, so he gets burst down by a Tinker who blinks into some trees here. Going to try going home, I imagine, to replenish his mana, but meanwhile the rest of his team deal with the Jakiro. Now there we go, Tinker on his way back. 3 heroes drop, including the lifesteal. Cux had this complete and utter free farm. Hasn't made use of it. Well, I mean, he's tried to. He's come to these fights. He's managed to get a kill here or there, but he's been getting picked off. And it's tier 2 tower at bottom lane going just after they lost the 2 towers at mid lane. D4D, I mentioned they're just going to keep on going and keep this lead increasing. It looks like they've done just that. In a big, big way as well. Only 1 outer tower remaining at the top lane, and if D4D can find any more fights like they've just been having, that'll be easy for him. Manta style now up on the Luna. Windrunner with a mech as well as a 4-staff coming soon. 4-staff recipe at least. I imagine some of those pieces maybe on the courier. Yep, 4-staff is going to be finished on the Windrunner. Just needs the courier to go back to base, retrieve it. This Roshan, I was about to say, this is probably getting a bit ahead of themselves going for this Roshan. This is, I mean, sure they just want to fight, sure they just go to tier 2 tower. The problem is, they want to fight, then they go to tier 2 tower. You can't have the tier 2 tower in Roshan. You either choose Roshan or tower. El Tigre. Oh, that's not going to catch the Luna in that RP, and that means BKB gets popped. The Eclipse is there, but no mana to actually use it. Luna just going to have his right clicks to try and find his way through this life till it cuts. Still chasing. Rage is going to be on cooldown in just a second. Gets burst down by the Tinker. March laser rockets is more than enough. El Tigre on the run now, as well as Mag and Lion. They're all just so ridiculously low. No finger. Shockwave is there. Zealink is going to survive in about 28 ping. Is there a blink screen? Yes, there is, but it's not in range of the Luna. Luna going to go back in with a Lucent Beam. El Tigre, is he still chasing? He looks like he is. He's going to have a scream in just a second. He's going to have to blink his way out of there. Power Shot is up in about 2 seconds. Tinker is there. Blink Dagger is the name of the game. He gets himself a double kill. Cleans up the last 2 kills of that fight. Both Mag and Queen of Pain getting pounded by the Tinker, and they go into Roshan. Well, I guess big fight, you can follow it with a Roshan. Maybe. I don't know about when you're this low, though. We'll have to see if they can. It looks like they can. Luna has the Tranquil Boots, taking a lot of damage. The Bash Lord. Roshan is being the Bash Lord, and it looks like they're going to have to back off. They can't fight. They can't fight Roshan when he's bashing this much. Tranquil Boots are there. Okay, they're going to go back in. Round 2. Needs a Leshrac stun. Edict. Stun. Come on, Leshrac. Need the stun. Your Luna's dying to the... He's getting bashed down. Tickets finally decides to take it out for his team. Luna taking ages. They need to get out of there fast because Lion's coming in with a finger. He'd love to get that Luna, even if it's just going to be in ages. Tinker now 3.9k gold. Side device. Done. That's a very fast side device. One big team fight with a couple kills going his way. Well, he's all good to go. That means lifesteal at bottom lane has to be very, very careful. One sheepstick, and well, one sheepstick is never really one sheepstick. It's 4 or 5 chain hexes coming out from a Tinker with rearm. Level 3 rearm at that. Nope, Queen of Pain disconnects from the game, looks like. And he's sure to, which means I get to pop up in the chat. Which I can't do all too often. I'd love to see what you guys are saying more, but unfortunately, just on my laptop, just with the one screen, I can't see everything that you guys are saying. Though I'd love to see more of it. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, watching some good Australian Dota, supporting Beyond the Summit. If you guys want to really support Beyond the Summit, we actually have our Kickstarter still going on. Head on over to beyondthesummit.tv if you want to contribute towards our studio in LA for LD and myself. Right now though, Australian Dota 2 is what's going on. A lot of people won't be familiar with the team, won't be familiar with the scene. But that's something that's slowly starting to change with the introduction of these Australian Dota 2 servers. But Acceptor is up, but he's... Yeah, despite that great early start against the Tinker, he was winning that mid lane handily. He hasn't found the openings. His rotations around the map haven't worked out for him. Going top against Shackled, rotation bottom. I mean, it was really, everything comes back to that one gank on the Luna, that one disruption. That was the turning point. If that had been a kill, this would be a different game. There is a kill on the left track though. I'm hoping to see turnaround mode. Vandal going to be the sacrifice. Monster kill for Confetti at that, and a tier 2 tower top going to be possibly even taken out. Here, Mag going to go in with an RPX. He catches 2. BKB gets popped just in time. Can cut to deal with the Luna as well as the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon goes down here. No TP for Luna. He's on the run. Going to get slowed down as well as Shockwave. And this looks like 2 kills. I say 2 kills. I mean, kill on both Shadow Demon as well as Luna. And this is kill twice on the Luna. Shackle shot coming in. Luna does go off an Eclipse here. They managed to take up Mag, really. Big shackle shots coming from Winter, Endless Winter this entire game as the open Winter May spell is dead. So we may need a Shadow Strike to slow things down. Tigger coming in from behind. He's got a Sheep pick up, so he's going to try to keep his teammate alive here. El Tigre needs to be careful, taking a lot of damage from these rockets as well as a laser could finish him off. And Tigger just still flirting with this life steal. It looks like he may actually get this kill. He does succeed in doing so. Tinker, godlike, finishes off the carry. Sheep going on the Shakira. I think he just cancels the TP as well. Kill after kill going the way of this Tinker. Confetti just wiping apart Rillamin. He's just having a field day now. He's picked up from that slow start of his in the mid lane. He didn't last it all through the world, but right now he is the one controlling the tempo of this game, not the Queen of Pain, not how you would have expected things to go, given how mid lane went. But for D4D, they're going to be extremely pleased with it. And as said, it was this one fight at bottom lane. Shadow Demon saves the Luna. Luna gets a double kill, and both Queen of Pain and Mag die. Could have gone so differently. They could have killed Luna and then gotten out of there. If they killed Luna, they both live because all the damage. The only reason they died is because Luna got off in a big eclipse. If they'd killed Luna before that disruption, that's a kill and neither of them dies. But everything went all wrong with that one game. Dota is a game of inches, to quote Al Pacino. Shadow Demon gets a tier 2 tower. He's going to be pretty happy with that nice little chunk of gold. Just braces for him. As the mech isn't needed. Got mech and 4 stuff on the Windrunner. Maybe you could see an urn, but it looks like Pipe coming up on the left track as well. So both Pipe and Mech for the Radiant team could sort of start spelling this 5-man Death Ball army push coming soon. No Aegis anymore. But BKB Manta on Luna. We'll start seeing that butterfly coming up soon. Those are your 3 big items which every Luna must get. I mean, there's occasional rare cases where you see a Satanic before the butterfly, but so rare. The butterfly is just, I mean, so cool. Maybe the Helmet Dominator before the butterfly, but it's the 3 big items you need. Lifesteal's gone back for a Bastion now. Wants to have that lockdown. Additionally, it's something which can go through a BKB. So Luna pops a BKB in a team fight, you can still lock her down. With not just the RP, but also this bash shot coming out from the Lifestealer. Wow, huge lead, considering they were losing. I mean, the good 15 minutes of this game, it was literally 15 minutes they were behind by 3k goal. And now it's a completely different story. We'll have to see whether or not Rillamin can do something about it. They're coming in from the side here. Karks, who's he going to go for? He chooses Elderstat. And Z-Link actually going to pop up BKB here. RP hits a couple, and hits 3 in fact. Tinker, I believe, actually in there. And that's a hero that if they can kill him off, they do. He dropped the finger on him, knowing how important he is in this fight. Lippy taking a lot of damage, does get caught out by the Windrunner. Karks now taking damage, and the problem is Tinker's brought back. He's going to make sure they get Karks here. Can they get any more? Vandal. Also known as Vodka, going to get caught out here by the Tinker. Laser Rockets finish them off. 4 kills going the way of D4D. 2 buybacks on the Rillamin side, both Lifestealer as well as the Lion. Now we're going to see possibly trouble though for these heroes if they can get the chain sheet coming. It's going to come on El Tigre. The Queen of Pain goes down to a laser, and now Lifestealer going to just infest his way out of there. He's on the run. Lion going to get shackled up, and Lion, well, it's all over Red Rover for you. Luna on the high ground, and lost so much there. Queen of Pain going to buy back now. I think Mag even bought back 4 buybacks used in 30 seconds or so. That was a disastrous fight for Rillamin. They lose, I want to say, about 7 heroes there. 6 or 7 kills. Well, deaths for them. 6 or 7 kills for D4D. That was absolutely terrible exchange for them. D4D just going to back off saying, well, we don't need to go push now because we just forced out 4 buybacks. And that is, I mean, it's just not what you can be affording to do if you're on this dire side. Queen of Pain's so poor now. And it looks like, I think Luna's picked up another big item. No, maybe not. Did Luna actually buy back as well, maybe? Luna? No, Luna didn't buy back. Okay. I'm confusing myself. But Luna, no, Luna's just, looks like, I thought, I sworn Luna had a bit more gold there, but no, it doesn't look like that's the case. Korea just delivering some goods to the Shadow Demon, picks up some Sentry Wards for himself. Orchid actually coming out now on the Windrunner, so going for some additional damage. I think he did have to buy back in that fight. He's picked up a Mystic Staff, so we'll see the Shiver's Guard progression coming out from him. It's a nice little item to have against the Lifestealer. Negate a lot of that damage in the team fights, not to mention having that slow. Vandal has got the Blink Dagger up, but he's just so squishy. I mean, we've seen one shackle. I mean, anything that can stop his blink, and then he's absolute food in these fights. And we've seen D4D how they like to play this. It's always the slow siege. Once they get ahead, once they're the ones in control, they'll get map control, they'll take out Roshan, and they'll slowly siege the enemy base. And when they don't have Aegis, they make poke and prod, but they never look to commit to a full push. It's only when they've got the Aegis where they'll really look to make something happen. Confetti, he gets counter shit, he goes blinking into 3 heroes. He hasn't got buyback. Big mistake from him. Shadow Demon goes in with the third. It looks like we're going to try and go on a Lippy here. Problem is, there's a Mag RP, catches a couple. Mag going to get burst down here. Luna's coming at just the right time. Doesn't get caught by the RP. Came in afterwards. Disruption going to keep him alive a bit longer. Not to mention provide some additional illusions, additional damage. Oh, hero shackle shot. Catches 2. Finishes off both Lifestealer as well as Queen of Pain. And there's no buybacks here. All these heroes are just out for good. All the buybacks were exhausted in the last fight, and this is going to spell Raxus here at least, I feel. Creep Wave has arrived just in time. Elderstan has the Edict. Even though he's low, he's happy to just hang around for as long as possible. Mech is up in 10 seconds. Focus Fire on the Tier 3 tower. And this is going to be a dead Tier 3 tower, dead top Raxus, possibly even more. They swing mid if they want. And I don't think Rillamin can stop this. This is going to be 2 sets of Raxus, it looks like. There's nothing really stopping this push, and just Jakiro alive. He's got a macro pyre in 5 seconds, but he doesn't want to go near this. He doesn't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole because they'll just instantly pick him off if he comes anywhere near. And that's going to be the case, as the Tier 3 tower going to be left completely alone. The Raxus as well, mid lane going to go down. Blade's just bouncing around. And even with heroes starting to respawn, there's no Mag ultimate. Queen of Pain ultimate is going to be up with the Ag Scepter, but it's 2 lanes, possibly even 3. Luna's already swung bottom. With Lifestealer still dead for 5 seconds here, they're confident they can get this bottom lane as well. Disruption being popped here. There we go. Queen of Pain ultimate in the front lines, and it's going to be Luna just going balls to the walls, trying to take out the rest of these heroes. BKB being popped here. Realizes, okay, he can't chase too much further. They're going to go back to the Raxus here, and it looks like GG, well played, is being called from the Dire team. everything good mannered here, as we have seen some fun, some more good all chat coming out from Eldest Dads and other teams here. But it's D4D who take the title here in Tides Round. They're going to be able to take the title of Best in Oz, at least for this tournament. We'll have to wait and see whether or not anyone can challenge them for that. It was a week or two ago, N9 would have been the obvious pick, but N9 no longer in existence. And, it's a new title to be claimed, the Best in Oz, and right now it's D4D in this tournament. We're just taking out the field. They did lose to this team, reel them in 2-0 earlier on, but here in the finals they take him out 3-2. And it was, I mean, for the most part convincing. They lost one game. They had a 1-0 disadvantage from the start, and it was essentially a 3-1 as far as games played go. The one game they lost was sort of a laning mishap. Not to mention they didn't have their much beloved Shadow Demon. They went for an offensive trial lane when they didn't have a good offensive trial lane. They had a Jakiro Sven as their two supports. It just didn't work out too well for them. It shouldn't have been an offensive trial lane. No. It wasn't really a winning strategy for them, but these other 3 games, they look good, they look convincing, and they look, I mean, they showed a versatile assortment of strategies, and they really took it to reel them in, who did get taken out, and reel them in, a known team, Fumofu Throws fan club. This is the team formerly known as them. Fumofu not here, so in theory they should be better. There's no throws happening, but without him, well, it seems they couldn't overcome D4D. D4D take the title here. They walk away with 200 Australian dollars. And 100 Australian dollars to the second place runners-up, Rillamin, or Fumofu Throws fan club. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It's been fun to cover some Australian Dota. For those of you who don't know me, well, that's not me, wrong screen. For those of you who don't know me, I am, well, webcam's over here now. I'm Gots from Beyond the Summit, and I'm one of the casters here, currently in LA, streaming from Blitz's bedroom, which is a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys could enjoy those games somewhat, especially the Australian fans out there. It's great to give back for you guys, do something, and cast some of the games where I started casting, because I basically started casting some of these just amateur Australian games. So great to cast some of these Australian fun Dota 2 tournaments. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks everyone for supporting Beyond the Summit and supporting the Australian Dota 2 scene. And that's pretty much it from me. We'll be back, I believe, later on, maybe with some more matches. I think there's a qualifier. I'm not going to say, I'm not sure 100%, but I think there's a qualifier later tonight for the We Play tournament, which Beyond the Summit might be streaming. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be tuning off. And one last word, if you guys want to support Beyond the Summit, do check out our Kickstarter over on Indiegogo. Do keep on contributing. Everything helps basically help us set up our studio in LA. Even though we've reached our initial goal, we want to keep going because we want to be as self-sustainable as possible, and we want to reach our reach goals and be able to do some more awesome content, some awesome tournaments. We want to do a LAN tournament in our studio in LA, but to do that we need to reach our new goals, and we hope that you guys can help make that possible. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm going to go have a quick 1-minute break, and then I'm going to be playing our, just a reminder for you guys, play our Kickstarter video for you guys so you can see what our Kickstarter is all about and what we're trying to do here at Beyond the Summit. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll be doing a quick ad break and then going on to our Kickstarter video. See you guys.